If you hear my guinea pigs squeaking in the background, never mind them, just say hi to them. So first I want to talk about Dana White because he's in the news right now because him and his wife on New Year's Eve got into a slapping war, I guess. I don't know. I'm not trying to make light of the situation. It's just the whole thing kind of makes me uncomfortable. Like the fact that he slapped her, very disappointing. The fact that the media is pretending like she didn't slap him first, equally as disappointing. So I guess they've been married for 26 years, and I'll tell you why that's important in a minute, but they were out dancing New Year's Eve, and his wife, Ann White, slapped him, and he slapped her back. Now he's being labeled absolutely everywhere as a woman beater, which is confusing for me because he slapped her. He didn't punch her. Had he punched her in the face after she slapped him first, sure, get it. But people seem to forget a video that went viral about 5 years ago. Dana White's mom did an interview that I think is really telling, and I'm not trying to give his mom any sort of one-ups here because truthfully, I have never seen a mother shit talk her own son the way that she shit talked Dana White. I've never seen it, so I'm not trying to give her a one up here, but I think that this is really telling.
His wife they're constantly fighting. The honeymoon, she gave him the worst black eye I've ever seen. He nearly lost his eye.
There's this really big idea in society that women are just not capable of perpetuating the same type of harm that men are. But there's 2 points that I'd like to point out in that video. Number one, this.
His wife is.
I obviously can't read her mind, but something tells me that she was about to say abusive, crazy, something along those lines. But instead, she says this.
They're constantly fighting.
They're constantly fighting. See how she wouldn't even for a second allow this man to be a victim, but then says,
the honeymoon, she gave him the worst black eye I've ever seen. He nearly lost his eye.
He nearly lost his freaking eye on the honeymoon, and they've been married for 26 years. Listen, 26 years. On the honeymoon, she busted his eye so bad that he almost lost his eyesight. And then here we are, she slapped him and he slapped her back. I mean, again, this is all alleged, but maybe he just had enough. Maybe after 26 years of dealing with broken eye sockets behind closed doors, maybe he just had enough. And it's unfortunate that that moment had to happen so publicly. Actually, it is fortunate for him that it happened publicly in some way. Because had he done that privately, she could have said that he did anything. She could have gone and smacked her face off of the doorknob 5 times and then gone out into the world and be like, he hit me. Anybody who is going to like bust somebody's eye socket out on the freaking honeymoon, like hello, is she best friends with Amber Heard? Here's my biggest issue. Violence against men isn't just like, something that we just let pass by and we just pretend not to see. It's absolutely everywhere and it's encouraged.